Hi guys, welcome back to the Just Your Type podcast. I am Amy.
I'm Lexie.
And today is Valentine's Day. Well, is this going out on Valentine's?
Yes, it is.
Oh my God.
Valentine's Day.
As if.
No.
Obviously, this is pre-Valentine's Day, but this is going out on Valentine's Day, so you're so welcome for that. We are going to be chatting all things love, life, Valentine's Day experiences, dating experiences, and most importantly, giving you some advice on your relationship.
I'm excited for that part. What are you
That'll
doing
be
this
good.
Valentine's Day, huh?
It's a Wednesday. It's a Wednesday. Today's a Wednesday, guys. I'm not doing anything. I have no plans. Do you have any plans?
God, no. Oh my God, I actually don't. And clearly, no, neither does anybody listening to this. Because if you're listening to this podcast on a Wednesday on Valentine's Day,
You're also
that's
single.
rough. Have you ever done a Valentine's Day? Like, I've never really properly had like a Valentine's Day thing.
I went 2 years ago on Valentine's Day. I went on a Hinge date.
No, that's mad. That's like you're setting yourself up. Like you're really like putting in like your eggs in the basket.
Well, it was the only day we were both free, and then we were like, "That's Valentine's Day," and then we were like, "That's kind of jokes."
That is funny though. If you laugh it off.
Yeah, and the date was nice. I'm still friends with him.
Date?
It didn't go anywhere, but I'm friends with him.
What did you do? Was it just a dinner?
No, we just went out for drinks at like this old train. He's not like a train guy. It wasn't Francis Boulevard or whatever.
What? Huh? Boulevard.
Francis
No,
Bourgeois.
that's fun. Yeah, I hate the idea of going on a I've only been on one first date, so we'll talk about that later. But I hate the idea of going on a date where it's just a dinner, and you're just sat opposite them, and you're like.
Yeah, I feel like
Right,
drinks first and like an activity, like because it's awkward.
Yeah, you need to melt the ice a bit. I've never last year actually I did a Twitch show on Valentine's Day called Love or Host. Have you heard of Love or Host?
No.
It's so funny. We're on such different sides of the content creator space. So there's a really popular streamer called Austin, and he does a thing called Love or Host. So any of you guys that don't know either, I'll explain it. It's basically like a dating show where they'll get a streamer or someone, and it will be 10 girls or guys or mixed or whatever, and it goes on for like 4 or 5 hours, and it's rounds where they ask you questions and they knock people out, and then in the end they pick the girl or the guy or the person that they like, and that person can choose either love, which is they go on a date. And in the old days they used to actually do like, in the old days before like pre-COVID, they would either do an IRL date or you'd go on like a stream date together, or if you choose host, all the people that are watching get raided into your channel straight after, which could be like anything from like 2 to like 50,000 viewers. So
we're on such different sides. Is that a good thing?
Yeah, so all those viewers will be sent to your channel. And you have like all those people watching your stream, and it goes crazy. So I was on one last year for a guy called Foolish, but I won after 5 hours, and found the love of my life, clearly, because here I am a year later. No, it was their hearts are gonna break, but it was fake. But we did talk for a while afterwards, and then like we had like a conversation afterwards, and it was like we're still friends, but it was really fun. And then the Valentine's Day before, I probably shouldn't.
Wait, the Valentine's Day before you were in a relationship, so why was there nothing going on?
I wasn't gonna.
Can we get some VAR?
Oh, this is gonna. Well, I don't know if I just overly romanticized being in a relationship and what I thought it would be like, or if my ex was just shit. But like, I was like dropping that I wanted to go for like a nice dinner or just something really nice, and he was like, yeah, okay, I'll book something. I'll find something for us, because I normally like used to book all the dates.
My God,
I'm so good at planning dates. Yeah,
but I like it when a guy plans a date. Like, can you fucking come up with something for once? Because I'm sick of doing it.
I was hard carrying with the dates, I can't lie, towards the end. He was good at first, but in the end I was the one doing it all. But he was like, okay, I'll book us somewhere nice to find dinner. And I was like, okay, I trust him to like do that. So this is so pathetic. This is such a sad story. I bought a dress and I got my nails done. I got my hair done. I got my nails done to match the dress. I was really, really excited. The day before Valentine's Day, he's like, oh yeah, no, I couldn't book anything. I'll just come over and we can like watch a movie or something. And I was like, okay.
No, I would have cried.
Okay, whatever. Okay.
I would have cried.
He turns up 4 hours late. And then I'm pretty sure we had an argument because my table broke or something like that. It was awful. Like, it was nice because I was spending time with him, but it was I told you it was sad. I never told him that I got my nails and the dress and stuff. Like, yeah, I was kind of gutted Because I kind of wish he'd let me plan it, so there would have been something. But yeah. Anyway, can we change the subject?
Can we change the subject? I had a boyfriend last Valentine's Day. I remember being annoyed because I was like, everyone is putting on their stories like, Happy Valentine's Day to my girlfriend or my boyfriend. And I was like, bear in mind, we'd been together at this point maybe like 6 months. He'd never posted me. And I was like, that's weird. I can understand, right? If you do social media and you don't want your like relationship public, but when you are just someone from the village with like 1,000 followers, like
pub.
why are you hiding me? Do you know what I mean? Why am I being locked up?
Oh, I so shouldn't. Okay, I so shouldn't. I'm literally like looking at Charlie right now like I shouldn't. No, my ex, like, we didn't hold hands in public. He didn't post me publicly. He didn't post me on his private. He'd post versions of pictures that I wasn't in on his private. B-reels I was never in. He'd do his B-reel in bed next to me of just him. Like, it was mad. It was mad.
But like
no, literally it was him in my bed under ceiling. There was one time on his private, one of the first events I brought him to, he met like Lauren and Alex and like a load of streamers, and there was a photo of all of us, and there was a photo that I wasn't in, and he posted the one I wasn't in on his private Instagram. And I said to him, weird. I was like, how come you're posting the one that I'm not in? Not that I care, but like, why? And he was like, oh, because I just want my friends to see that I've like met like these streamers. Like, it's kind of cool because that kind of thing. Never, there was not a single post of me. And also, it's like PDA boundaries as well. Like, if you don't want to hold hands in public, it's not for everyone.
Yeah,
like, I so respect that. But sometimes it was like,
I want to hold hands in public.
And sometimes right now, it's just gonna get clammy for the rest of the year.
My hands are always so clammy, you know, like constantly sweating. Me
too.
From palms.
Me and G, my old roommate G Nelly, clammy hand gang. You can join us.
Yeah, they're so wet.
But that's enough about my disastrous experience. Have you had generally any bad dates or good dates?
Yes.
No. Okay, no. Let's like give this some perspective. What's the best date you've ever been on?
I can't think of a best date, but I can tell you 2 bad ones from the get-go.
Oh, so you go for it.
Okay. Yeah, just straight up trauma. So first date, I must have been 17. I could drive. This guy couldn't. He lived like, I don't know, like an hour away from me. So he's like, can you pick me up from the train station? I'm like, yeah, okay, calm. We're like kids at this point though.
Okay, yeah.
And then he got in the car and I was like, oh my God, this guy has no personality at all. This is so boring. So we were going for food and then the cinema. And I tactically went, why don't we go cinema first? And then food, because I knew that the food places where we were going would be shut after the cinema.
That's mad. That's good thinking.
So we went to cinema. Obviously didn't have to talk to him, fucking then. And then for some reason he couldn't get the train home, so I had to drop him off. He goes, come in for dinner. I was like, okay, come in for dinner. I'm texting my friend. I'm like, I said, can you call me and say that your mum needs me back because she's locking the gate, or just make up some fucking excuse to get me out of here. And she did it. She called me and I left, and I was like, fucking man.
You're in the trenches.
Never saw him again. And then Second one was between when I was not with my boyfriend, because we broke up and then got back together again. That's on.
Yeah.
That's on. What is that on? Lexie, finish my sentence.
Learning lessons the hard way.
There we go. He took me to a very nice sushi restaurant.
Nice.
And he does social media. And he was like filming it, and I was like, oh, food person, whatever the fuck, fairs. It was an ad.
That, okay, could be worse.
Come on, don't take me on your content creation ad.
But was it a nice place?
Yes, it was a really nice place.
Okay.
But tell me that, like, not that like the money thing matters, but I was like, that's just a bit weird. I think that was a bit odd that he didn't tell me.
Yeah, I feel like if I knew, I wouldn't mind. I don't know how I'd feel in that situation.
Because I remember I went to the toilet and I was like, we need to get the bill, and he was like, it's already done. And I was like, oh, thanks.
And then later on, you're like, hashtag ad, hashtag spawn.
Yeah, and then I saw it on the story and I was like,
as long as there's good food though. But was he nice? Or was that the one bit that made it crappy?
No, he was nice.
Okay, no, that's nice.
Obviously, he didn't go anywhere.
I've only ever been on one first date. I don't date. I just don't. I don't know.
I hate dating.
No, I deleted all, we were talking about this. Deleted all my dating apps. You did recently as well.
So have I. I literally deleted
I was quite
them.
bad though. I never used it seriously. I think I've spoken to 2 people on them and I became friends with them both. and all the rest of the people I add were people that I knew, where we'd go, ha ha ha,
Yes,
fancy seeing you. Jago liked me on Hinge. That was a heart attack moment.
I've done that with Jago, George Clarkey, and some of my other local friends.
I feel like it's a canon event to find George Clarkey on Hinge, to be fair. I think even the lads are finding George Clarkey on Hinge at this point. But no, I think I was quite bad for it because I did do it for kind of a confidence boost. I never used it seriously. I think when you're at that point of your like breakup journey or even just your self journey, you're like, am I hot? And you turn to Hinge in a deep, dark final like turn. And then it reached a point where I just wasn't looking at it, and I was like, and then when you do look at it, you're like, this is awful. So I just deleted it, and I feel way better about myself.
Yeah, when I was looking at it, same thing. Like, I felt like I was going on there for a confidence boost or playing like hot or not. And I was just like, do I want to find someone through this app? And most of the time, if I match them, I don't reply to my friends' texts. Shout out, Charlie.
We done been new.
But
I would like to interrupt because this bitch left me hanging for 2 hours at St. Pancras the other day.
When did that happen?
Literally James's gig.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
Yeah, Lexie, come to London for 3. I came to London for 3. I'll be around at 4. Actually, but my meeting ends at 5. 6 o'clock I decided to leave. 6 o'clock I went and found other people to hang out with.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that one.
Anyway, sorry, as we were saying. Back to scheduled programming.
What was I saying? Yeah, I just don't want to find someone on Hinge. I want to find someone that, like, my ex hated what I did for a job. First of all, why are you even getting with me if you're hate what I do for a job?
Hello?
Like, every event I go to, who's there? Leave me alone.
Rub up.
I just don't want to meet someone through Hinge or Tinder or any fucking dating app.
Don't get me wrong, I know so many people that have met and been like in long happy relationships on Hinge, but like, what was it? I had a friend recently, I was talking to him yesterday, and he's talking about how he's going to ask this girl on a date because he goes to the same coffee shop every day, and there's this girl that he found really cute, and she gave him like a discount, and then her like workmates were showing a sign to him being like, ask her on a date. Like, that's cute. That's like, you know,
that's like
it's
movie
like
shit.
You know what I mean? And don't get me wrong, I have nothing against people who get together on Hinge or whatever, but I would like to meet someone and have a cool story. And I've just always been under the impression of like, if you look for something too hard, you're way more likely to find the wrong thing.
Yeah.
And my policy with people now in relationships is that I refuse to settle.
Yeah, and can I just say I met my ex on Hinge. So we have a mutual friend who is actually my best friend, Brandon. I blame this man for the trauma. And he was like, this guy is your type, you should date him. And I was like, no, he's younger than me, blah, blah, blah. And then saw him on Hinge and I was like, he is quite fit, to be fair. And then we spoke on Hinge, and then it moved to text, and then
it's a modern day love story. Nowadays I'm just trying to like. I feel like we were talking about this the other day. I think I'm just we're both so in our eras of just being so happy on our own.
Speak for yourself, Lexie. I cry every night.
You're the one that told me no, Lexie, no relationships, because I said the other day like, oh, I kind of wish I had someone that was talking to you, and you were like, no, get it together. bosh oh, how the tables have turned. No, I feel like you have wobbles always, like especially around Valentine's Day. I feel like I've been surrounded by couples recently, and I'm like, fine, where's the gun? Okay, have you ever had like a Situationship?
Oh my god, is that what you was gonna say?
Yeah.
I was reading your mind there. Yeah, I fell in
Hannah Montana transition noises.
One.
Whoa,
yeah. I had one like proper situationship where it was like, we are sleeping together, but you are still talking to other people. Have I told you about that story?
No, the people are already.
It's a trauma. Okay, basically, was seeing situationship. We called it friends with benefits.
Okay, let's give him a name. Let's go for Tom. Imagine that was his name.
Yeah, no, his name's really basic, but it's not Tom. So you could have guessed it, but you didn't. Okay, so me and Tom. So I was on a girls' group holiday to the South of France, and this guy followed me, and all the girls followed him, and I was like, how the fuck do I not know this person? Because this town is so small.
Yeah.
And then they were like, oh, he's really fit, follow him. And then he messaged me, and then going back and forth, blah, blah, blah. And then we go on a date. And then we got on really well, kept seeing each other. He was like, I don't want a girlfriend. I was like, I don't want a boyfriend. So then we just mutually agreed on friends with benefits, because that is always going to work out, guys.
Never known it to go wrong, by the way. 100% success rate.
And then I was saying to the girls after a few months, I kind of like this guy, I don't know what to do. And he was always being like, oh yeah, like talking to this person, whatever. And I'm just there like, yeah, that doesn't hurt.
Oh.
And then he invites me round for his birthday, which was in September. And bear in mind, I was like, I don't know any of his friends apart from my best friend and her boyfriend. So there's like 20 people there. The only people I know is my best friend, her boyfriend, and the guy, Tom. And I go in to fill mine and my friends' drinks up because we were outside. And I come back out and Jodie was like, did you see that? And I was like, did I see what? And she was like, turn around. I turn around and he's just necking on with this girl. And I was like, okay. And then we went to the toilet and then he comes in the toilet and he was like, are you okay? And I was like, yeah, just like, I know where we stand, but like, don't fucking do that shit in front of me.
That's muggy. It's muggy.
I don't know anyone here either. And you're doing that in front of me. Not cool. He goes, no, I really like you. He was like,
yeah, clearly.
Did
he hit you with I just have commitment issues?
Yeah, he did. My ex treated me really badly. And I was like, okay, whatever. He's like, I'm really sorry, I won't do it again. I was like, okay. Half an hour, not even half an hour goes by and it happens again. And I was like, the fuck? Like, what the fuck? So then I go and sit in my car and then he comes and sits in the passenger side. And I was like, what are you doing? And he was like, just want to make sure you're not crying. And I was like, I'm not.
That's
but
like guilty
I might.
conscience. That's guilty conscience. Why are you asking that? Why are you thinking that I might be crying?
Yeah.
Think about it. Idiot. I'm like the queen of second chances and third chances, fourth chances, fifth chances.
Give him 10. Give him 9. They're like a cat. And the next day is his actual birthday and he goes, can we go out for food? And I was like, okay, let's go out for food. We go out for food and he drops me with the, I really like you. Like, can this go somewhere? Can we be boyfriend and girlfriend pretty much? And I was like,
it can go.
Can we rewind 12 hours ago when you were necking on with 2 different girls right in front of me?
That's a madness.
And I was like, I'm going on a date tomorrow with who ended up being my boyfriend.
Our stories are so similar.
And he got so salty about that. He was like, can't believe you're going on a date, this, that, and whatever. And I was like, can't believe you got with 2 girls right in front of me last night.
Mad. The audacity.
And that's how my situationship ended.
Such fragile little egos.
And then I blocked him on everything. And the only way he could contact me was through a playlist he made for me on Spotify. I didn't realise you could change the like caption bit of the playlist. He used to change it every day and change the picture. And then I made him a playlist which is I am happier without you. Know when you put like all the songs, I'll insert screenshot. I am happier without you. Please leave me alone.
Okay, I had one. We spoke. Okay, I've already made it so clear I do not date. I don't know how I fell into a situationship. It's the most un-me thing ever. Very similar story though. I moved to London and this guy followed me on everything.
Do I know this guy?
He's a YouTuber. I don't know if he's popular anymore. I do not keep up with him.
What's his name? We can bleep it.
Charlie looks so disappointed behind the camera. And he follows me on everything. And I remember because my first night in London, I go for dinner with Jean Ellie, Talia Ma. We're at the Hippodrome where all good things happened. No, I wish it was as funny as that. And they were telling like me people that they think I should talk to because they were like, you're single girly in London now, get into it. And I was thinking about this guy, but they didn't say his name. So I was like, okay, maybe he has a girlfriend. He follows me on everything. One day just slides into my DMs and is like, hey, in the most un-me turn of events ever, he comes around my house that night.
Like, Lexie Marie.
It's the most un-me thing ever. 2-3 hours after we first spoke for the first time, he's in my house.
Miss, I don't do one night stands.
No, but I was feeling crazy. I just moved to London. I dyed my hair blonde. I was feeling nuts. I was feeling crazy. Pretty much immediately. We like got along really well. Like we clicked, like we were talking for like hours and hours and hours. But then he starts texting me, and as he's texting me, as this like goes on, he's like, I feel like fate brought us together. Like I feel like I've never clicked with anyone the way I've clicked with you.
Universe.
He literally was like, I feel like, yeah, like I feel like this is fate.
And
I was kind of like, but you know what? I fell for it so hard because I'm a big universe girly and I'm such a, oh, you know, things happen for a reason. That I went, okay, bit intense, but like, cute, you think that way. Okay, sweet. So then, oh my God, I couldn't even remember how this goes. So we're seeing each other. We're like sleeping together. He drove from like Reading to central London one night just because I was like, come over kind of thing. It was just like, yeah, but it was always at night and he'd always be gone by the morning. What's crazy that all my friends, all the girls, he knew everyone. All the girls were like, oh, we love him. He's so good. Yeah, we love this. We love you two being together. he was friends with my ex-roommate. She came and sat and like at the end of the bed after we first met, and like we were all talking for ages.
Quick one. What's the age gap?
Not a lot at all, like 2
Oh, really?
years. 2 years.
Oh,
He's not that
he's
old.
young.
He would like voice note from my phone to the girls. It was literally like we were dating.
Mm.
He'd voice note Talia and Freya being like, "Hey girlies, it's me."
It's the
Like,
boy.
you know, the works. And then the girls are like, "Oh, we really like him. Like, he's a good guy." Famous last words. Because I get a text out of nowhere one day on Instagram, a request. It's from this girl going,
Oh no.
"Hey, I just found out you're sleeping with," let's give him a name, John. Just want you to know that I'm his girlfriend and we're still sleeping together, and he's still telling me that he loves me. And I'm like,
What?
like Charlie behind the camera knows this story. He's giving the most disapproving older brother look right now. And so I'm messaging the girls. I'm like, oh my, like, what do I do? And the girls are like, no, this isn't very him. We obviously they're like, might be crazy ex-girlfriend vibes, which now in my age now, like, it's been about 3-4 years since then. The girl is never normally always the crazy one, and I should have thought that, but I was very much like, I've never heard a bad word about this guy. Maybe it is crazy ex. But I went, you know what? I'm going to ask him about it in person so I can read his face.
Yeah,
and get the vibe.
get him in person. They can't hide then.
Starts like dodging. I end up saying on the phone to him, "Hey, I've gotten this message from someone saying they're your ex-girlfriend."
You just said you're going to do it in person.
Yeah, no, but he dodged it.
Oh.
Yeah. And he was in the car and he was like, "Oh no, just tell me now. So I ended up telling him because I just needed the answer. And he's like, "Oh, yeah, I really messed up. Like, we're not together, but I slept with her like once, and she like went through my phone and found you, and she was like really mad. Like, yeah, she's crazy. Like, she's crazy. Like, I'm really sorry I slept up. Like, she's nuts." And I was like, okay, fall for it, 'cause I'm a silly little bitch. And he was like, "Yeah, I just really like you." Like, he would send me presents. He'd like send me stuff like
Sugar
to my
daddy.
house. Yeah, probably did more for me than my actual boyfriend that came after him did, to be fair.
It's always the way.
One day, I can't remember. Oh, the story is so blurry now, but I just recall that he was like, "Okay, no, I want to do this properly. Like, I want to like properly do this. Let's like have a date. Like, let's see each other during the day. Let's go on a date." And I was like, sweet. So we planned this day of things we were going to do. Day comes, doesn't show up. Nothing.
Doesn't show up. Are you at the location?
No. I was waiting at my house.
Thank
Like,
God for that.
4 or 5 hours. No, I would have cried. 4 or 5 hours later, I texted him like, "Huh, funny. Okay." No answer.
Ghosted.
Nothing. Completely ghosted. And
To this
then,
day?
No. Oh my God. So then eventually I think he texts and he's like, "Sorry, like, I've just been so bad recently." He texted me at like 5 a.m. like a couple weeks later being like, "I'm so sorry. I've like ghosted you. I've treated you so badly." I was like over it at this point.
you
I was
fucking
sad for a
have.
little bit, but whatever. Then there was a football event and he was at it, and I was like, "This is gonna be so awkward," like whatever. He turns up and he like sees me and he comes over in front of everyone and is like, "Oh, Lexie, can you like hold my stuff for me?"
Can you hold
And
that
he's like,
wood?
he's like making me hold his stuff. He's like, "Oh, I'll do a backflip if I get a goal," like flirting with me in front of everyone, to the point where everyone I'm with is like, "Is this back on?" And I'm like, I don't know. I'm kind of on edge because I was talking to who was then going to be my boyfriend.
Oh, this is before.
Yeah,
Shit.
this is way before my ex. Well, not way before. Actually, there was anyway. There wasn't long before at all. But we don't have to deep about that. So there's this house party afterwards. He's texting me being like, "Yeah, I want to come see you at the house party." This is after he's been sending me like messages when we were together being like, "Yeah, I'm so like, I like you so much." He's like, "I've never met anyone that I click with as much as you," all that bullshit. We're at this party and we're talking, and to the point where my friends leave the party because they're like, "This is going to happen again. We're going to dip." And I was like, "Oh no, like, I'm not going to fall for it again. I'm not silly."
Oh, I'm not silly.
I go to the toilet. I come back.
Oh no.
Different girl in my spot. In the time I went to the toilet, different girl, who he then goes and leaves and hooks up with.
Shut the fuck up.
And I remember because the girls were like, "What is going on?" Everybody was on, like, we were at Lauren and Alexis' house and she was like, "I'm kicking him out." She was like yelling at him on the stairs. But people were trying to do a love island, like getting us to talk. They were like, "Oh, he's outside, go talk to him now." And I was like, I don't really want to. And I go out and he's like, "Lexie, look, like, I'm just so sorry. Like, I have such commitment issues. You can do so much better than me." Like giving the full spiel. I remember just being like,
Boring.
"I'm going on a date.
Yeah.
Don't worry. Like, I'm talking to somebody else," because I was talking to who would then become my boyfriend in 2 years. And he was like, "Oh, okay. Like, okay." He would text me whilst we were talking being like, "I've already told my friends about you. They think I'm in love with you." He was literally being like, "I think I'm in love with you."
Have you not hit him up since you've been single?
No.
Is he
He's
single?
still with his girlfriend.
What, the girlfriend that you got back with?
Yeah. Apparently they have a very long history of like breaking up and getting back together.
Oh.
So YouTube boys are just messy little fuckers. But that was my only situationship. I'm not gonna lie, it did like, I'm an emotional girly. It did kind of like the couple of days after he like ghosted me, I was like, oh, because when you really think something's like going some kind of way, and again, I wasn't very experienced in relationships either. I was like, oh, this could actually, oh no.
It's just also if you're spending a significant amount of time with someone.
It was always
Chances
at
are-
night though, always at night.
That's just so
It was.
funny.
He'd be gone when the sun rise. But sometimes he'd be like, let's go on an adventure, because he drove. He'd be like, let's go on an adventure. He had like loads of cute little nicknames. To be fair, he was like, he was a trained man whore. He must have been, because he was dropping gifts. He was dropping nicknames, compliments. He had it all on lock.
But yeah, when you spend a significant amount of time with someone, you are gonna, even if you don't want to, which is what happened with
also,
me.
especially if you're
catch
sleeping with
feelings.
them.
Yeah, especially there's this thing that I saw on TikTok, which is like if guys can sleep with girls and they're not an attraction, but like not let
A
off like this
feeling,
certain
yeah.
hormone, whereas girls get it every time that they sleep with someone. That's why girls are more likely to fall in love with
Oh,
the person they're sleeping
mad.
with than guys are.
Yeah, that's why I think I would just rather not date at all or anything, because I just can't be asked to like be played around again. I'd rather, but it's natural. You learn the hard way. But I feel like let's swap up the thing. What's the most romantic thing someone's done for you? Because we've gone on down a situationship bad vibes route. What's like the nicest thing anyone's ever done for you?
The nicest thing someone's done for me? I don't know, my nan giving me some money
No,
when she passed.
relationship wise. My mum sometimes does nice stuff. Do you want me to say mine whilst you think?
Yeah.
There are two things that I think were so cute that I like teared up a bit. One was my ex when he was nice. Kidding. So I dance. And his mum, I'm a dancer. His mum always used to tell him, "Oh, dancers always end up with dancers." And he was an insecure boy, God bless him. So I think he was convinced that I was going to leave him for a dancer. And so one day we were in bed, and he just goes, "Oh, I want to tell you something. This is actually very, very cute."
Don't tell me he started dance lessons.
He was secretly getting dance lessons. He'd say to his roommate, it is really cute. I did cry when I heard. It's genuinely the cutest thing anyone's ever done. He would like lie to his roommate and be like, "Oh, I'm going into town," and he'd go to dance lessons with all the like old ladies, and he'd learn how to ballroom dance in hopes that he could like.
Your ex?
He went to one. I think he went to like one or two. I'm telling you, he used to be a gem. He used to do really cute things like that.
I
cried
can't
when I
imagine
found
him in a ballroom
But
dance.
he never like acted on it besides that. But the thought like genuinely was like really like I cried because it was like you've really taken. In fact, he did it secretly as well, and he didn't tell anyone because he was a bit embarrassed that he told me, and I was like, "This
Are
is
you
really
sure
cute.
he went? I'm just putting it out there. Are you sure he went to these
gone
classes?
To at least one because he told me about how he was struggling to. I'd like to think he did.
Because he could do the
I'd like to think at
two-step.
some point he did love me.
No, that is cute. That is cute.
It was cute. And then the second one was there was a guy who liked me at school and he was leaving for university because the weird thing about it, I was 15, he was 18.
Oh,
Rough. But I didn't like him because I saw him as an older brother, but clearly that feeling was not reciprocated. But he'd made a playlist because he was leaving for university because he was 18 and I was 15.
Taking your GCSEs.
Yeah, I was doing my cats and singing and like, and he was off into the big wide world. But he made a playlist, and the point of the playlist was every song corresponded to a person at the party. So the song was either a song that reminded him of them or like a message that he wanted to say to them. And he shows me the playlist, and he's like, "Which song do you think is yours?"
Oh no.
And I'm like, "Oh, like how the fuck would I know? I don't know." And the song was "Love You Goodbye" by One Direction.
I don't even know how that goes.
No, but the title is
Yeah.
Which, you know, if the context was different, would have been so cute. And at the time I was like, fuck, that's actually quite intense. That is. I was like, oh, but it is very cute.
That is sweet.
If it wasn't for the noncy undertones.
Yeah, that's weird.
But I'd say that's the second cutest thing.
Giving paedophilia.
It's giving Island. I can't get over the fact that I told you one and you went, are you sure about that?
Do you know what came into my head? I just thought I need to say it. We need
Yeah.
to be honest.
You know what?
You give me all that time to think of one. The only thing I can think of is that my most recent ex didn't give me an STD, so that was really nice. The bar's not set high, guys.
No.
Do you know what I mean? Just buy me something. Oh, Flowers. Let's talk about flowers. Me and one of my exes used to do like date night every other week.
But must have been nice.
So 1 week it would be him, the next week it would be me. And it comes to his week and he's like, I literally don't have any money. And I was like, oh, okay, like I'll do it. Just went to the shop, bought some stuff to like make pizzas with. Cute.
Yeah.
Evening in. Doesn't cost a lot. Cost me like 10 quid. But if
Company is free.
like he said, he doesn't even have. Well, he came to my house and he was like, I was going to buy you flowers. Don't tell me you were going to buy me flowers.
Don't do that!
I was going to buy you flowers, but I didn't even have £2 in my account. I'm thinking, okay, fair enough. Didn't have to tell me that because now you've annoyed me.
Steal some old woman's dandelions off her garden. Don't come here and tell me I was gonna. My ex would always do that. Oh, I was thinking about you and I was gonna send you some bubble tea, but I didn't. I assumed you wouldn't be in.
Yeah, just the next day, I'm with the girls. Girly night in. He goes out, drinks 12 pints, gets in a bag. I call him. I was like, how can't you afford £2 from Aldi to buy me some fucking flowers, but you can spend 50 quid on a bag? I don't know how much bags are. And
Actually, imagine I'm like, well,
and like 12 pints. Where are your priorities?
Boy math.
Again, another red flag that I should have been like.
It's such an easy fix. Like, also, we live in an age where like online flowers happen. I sent Ellen and Neil some flowers the other day.
I thought you meant like send them an emoji.
The bar is so low for you, my girly. Yeah. I would always buy. Like, I have every love language. Like, I love buying gifts. I love physical touch. I love quality time.
You giving other people or you receiving?
Me giving. I like receiving as well, but I wouldn't know because I never did. But I love words of affirmation, like being like, "No, I'm really proud of you. You're doing such a good job." Cuddles, like I do it all, and I'm such a little bitch when I love someone so bad.
Mine for sure is giving gifts.
I love buying gifts for people,
and just like quality time, like time spent. For sure.
I literally got told by my ex. He was
like, buy me stuff.
How please. He once said to me, how does it feel knowing that you have every single love language and I don't have any? And then he went, well, it's fine because you love me anyway, so.
Oh,
the bar is on the floor. It kind of scares you guys. I've said this to you a couple times. When it comes to like me in relationships, the bar is so low but so high that like a guy could hold the door open for me and I'd be like, I think I'm in love with you.
Marry me now.
They do the slightest thing out of line. I'm like, I'm not going down that road again.
No, they do the slightest thing out of line. I'm like, 10 more chances. Let's
go again. Okay, best Valentine's pickup lines. Go.
I wish I was cross-eyed so I could see you twice.
Oh my god. My phone's broken. Doesn't have your name on it.
What?
Oh fuck! I said it wrong. I think I put number and it auto-corrected to name.
Oh, I get it.
Okay, let's do that all again. My phone's broken. It doesn't have your number on it.
Nice.
Okay, we got there in the end.
Well, I'm here. What are your other two wishes?
Oh, that's so... If someone said that to me, I think I'd combust on the spot. Oh my god. Do you like raisins? How about a date?
I like playing on word stuff.
That's
like
good. That's funny.
I believe in following my dreams. What's your Instagram?
Oh, I can tell what kind of guys you like just off of these pickup lines. This is horrendous. It's like I'm like my hands are clawed. I'm studying to become a historian. I'm especially interested in finding a date.
Oh, clever. Took me a while.
That's a good one. 2 shots in and I'm not getting that though.
Oh, I hate this one. Your lips look lonely. Would they like to meet mine?
Oh no, I can feel my food coming back up. This is nasty. Okay. Kiss me if I'm wrong, but dinosaurs are real, right? Oh fuck, Kiss me if I'm wrong, but dinosaurs still exist, right?
Oh, nice. Nice.
I was too busy thinking about how you were probably going to go, chickens are dinosaurs, actually. Turtles are dinosaurs.
Is your father a terrorist? Because you look the bomb.
Oh.
No, it didn't hit.
This is a good one. I like this one. One thing about me is that I'm on top of things.
Oh.
Do you want to be one of them?
Yeah, go on top. I don't want to go on top. Okay, give me a minute on this one because I am dyslexic. You remind me of the 21 letters in the alphabet. Oh, sorry. I forgot you are a cutie.
I'm getting so warm because I'm like tensing so hard. Do you like vegetables? Because I love you from my head to my toes.
Oh, that's good. That's good. That's cute. That's actually cute.
That's a cute one, isn't it?
This one's not so cute.
Anyway,
Are you the chicken or the egg? Either way, I'll make sure you come first.
Oh my god! Oh, would be nice.
If ever.
Okay, and then my last one is, you look familiar. Did we take a class together? I swear we had chemistry.
That's good. That's old school.
Yeah. Now
Nice.
that I'm suitably cringed out.
Yeah. Or if any guy comes up to me with a pickup line, it's like, you are not helping yourself in any way, shape, or form.
You know what I mean? Yeah, no. I don't even know the ideal way I'd want someone to approach me. Just not weirdly. I feel like
And not through Instagram DM. Fucking hell.
if it was like a good one, then maybe if they just start a conversation on Instagram, that's fine. If they come in on Instagram with a pickup line and they're very obviously trying to slide, but if they just swipe up on something and they're like, oh, this is cool, or oh, I'm also interested in this. But let's just move straight on to our second section because I'm really excited for this. This is the one part that I'm actually really, really excited for.
Let's go.
So I made a Google form. I went back into my streamer ways and asked the people of Twitter and Instagram to send me any dating queries that they had. And we got a lot in, actually. We got 50 responses, this was like a very short turnover as well. So I'm kind of gassed. And there are some, once we picked out all the ones asking how to ask us on dates, we got some cute ones. So I think we should pick some good ones. Okay. Oh, some of these are like deep though, and then some of these are really, okay, do you want to start with like a light one, or do you want to start with a deep one?
Let's go light first.
Okay. How does one break the ice with a stranger that they think seems cool? I think this is a big one. I feel like especially with guys, like a lot of guys always ask like, how do I approach a girl without seeming creepy? Because like, especially if it's a stranger, like I think my friend was like, if you're at the gym, if you're in a club or something, how do you approach someone?
I feel like I would hate someone to approach me at gym. Like, don't do gym.
Because all I'll be thinking is, I do not look nice right now.
Yeah, I am sweaty and red. Leave me alone.
And you've definitely been looking at my ass. Like that is 1000%.
I think my go-to, not that I ever really do it, but like what I respect is like a compliment on an outfit, because that's not weird.
Yeah.
Unless like you've got like your titties and bum out.
Yeah, I feel like there's like a graph of like the creepy nice graph, like somebody paying you a compliment on how you look. That's nice. However, I once had a man chase me. He sprinted down Tottenham Court Road after me when I lived in London and was like, hi, sorry, just wanted to tell you looked really nice today. Chase you down the road.
Yeah, no, that's weird.
Creepy nice scale. Nice compliment, chase me down the road. You know what I mean? But I feel like generally just, okay, if it's in person, because we live in such an age of social media, but in person, I think it would just be just a nice compliment, just not coming across weird, just being like, oh hey, just wanted to say like, oh yeah, you look really lovely.
Hair's good as well.
Oh, your hair looks really nice. Yeah. I guess a gym is a weird environment because
eyes.
Oh my god, if someone tells me I have nice eyes, I'm butter. But then if it's Instagram, like just if they post something that you're also interested in, just this is cool, I also like
but
this.
like if they don't reply, don't send them another message.
No,
because I promise you everyone has seen all their requests.
Yeah, and there are lots of similar ones. They're like, how do I show my personality without being weird? Just don't deep it. Like, I feel like if you start panicking too much, you're going to come across weird.
And also, you're not going to end up with that person if you're changing your personality around them.
When you're planning on meeting someone for a date and it's a bit impromptu, is it better to be direct than vague? If they ask where, should I say one place and only offer alternatives if they say no, instead of saying I'm easy and can do anywhere? Also, how long should you wait for a reply before giving up? Charlie, did you write this one? No, Charlie wrote the one that went, she don't like me like that. Charlie. Always be direct, right?
Yeah.
Like, again, oh my god, he's popping up everywhere today. My ex, like the one day I've been on, the one first date, which was with him, I was so impressed because he sent me like a schedule.
Itinerary.
Like an itinerary. He literally was like, we're going bowling, then we're going for dinner, and then we're going mini golf, and then we're going to this pub, and then we'll go to this bar.
Okay, but
and then
what if you? So what was the first thing you did? Bowling.
bowling?
If you were like,
that was
get
my
me out.
fear. That was my fear. Always my fear with dating as well. If you walk in, you don't like them.
Mm.
But always, especially if it's you asking the person on a date. If someone asked me on a date and they went, oh, but I don't mind where we go.
Oh, boring.
Do you want to take me or what?
Yeah, you fucking decide.
Yeah, if you're the one initiating it, be direct. And if they're being vague with you, and then make like,
And it's like the thing where it's like, girl, I saw some like tweet or whatever, and it was like, girls appreciate the effort behind planning a date probably more than the date. And it's like, local guy discovers fucking effort.
because it's like because then it's like you've seen something. Because like I love planning dates because it was something that like, oh sorry, I'm stuttering. If I see something that I know that somebody I'm interested in would like, I want to take them. I want to show them that I know that about them, and I want them to do something that they enjoy. Likewise, if somebody planned a really nice date for me, it's showing like you really want to spend time with me.
Yeah,
you're interested in what I'm interested in. You want to make sure I have a good time. Like that, the thought behind that I find really, really lovely as well. And that's for how long you should wait before giving up on a reply. I think it depends. If they're like posting on everything still, you probably are being ignored.
Yeah. And if they're viewing your story, they're
yeah. Yeah. I'd say if it passes the 2-day mark, give up. Then we're into songwriting territory. And then I think it's time to give up.
Can I just say, I have my notifications off on everything. I was
Freya has that as
saying,
well.
I don't think you know that. So I don't get notifications for text at all.
No,
I
when
have
you're
to click
fast, you're
on the app.
fast. But then when you're not, you're not.
Yeah.
So this next one is never had a boyfriend before and I'm terrified of dating. Tips for being a good partner, etc.
I think it just comes with it.
Yeah, I say as somebody who's only been in one relationship, you learn so much about yourself. It's actually like an entirely new person.
Yeah, I'll give you one tip though. Just don't cheat.
That is a good one.
And it's
actually.
not hard. Just break up with them.
You know, love them.
Yeah.
Yeah, just it is a learning experience with every single thing. Like I remember several times I'd always be like, sorry, this is my first relationship. I don't know how this works. It shouldn't be difficult is the one thing that I've learned.
Yeah.
It should
be
never
difficult.
be like, it sounds so cringe. It should never be hard to love someone.
Yeah, and if you're young as well, like you'll probably have multiple relationships until you settle down.
But you just have to do it. Like tips for being a good partner, like, you know, just love and respect them, which should just come so easily. It should
loyal.
be easy. We shouldn't have to give you tips.
I'm loyal, babes.
This one is a whole ass scenario.
Ooh.
Okay. So there's 3 guys.
3 guys.
There's 3 guys. Guy A, B, and C. I
Who's
like
got the
guy
time?
right. You've got the roster. I like guy A, but he moved to a different country, and we rarely text now, so my feelings have gone down.
Okay.
But recently we've been texting a lot, and now I kind of like him a bit. Guy B is a really close friend of mine, but I don't want to ruin our friendship. Guy C is a guy I've ghosted many times, but he keeps DMing me. His personality is nice, but not my type. He's very calm, apologetic, and will hear me out and forgive me every time I ditch him or ghost him. Let's say all 3 of them ask me out. Should I reject all of them? I don't want to make things awkward with guy 1 and 2, though. I love their company and texting them. You don't like any of them.
Okay. First of all, you don't like any of them because there wouldn't be 3 of them. Second of all, sack off guy C if you literally said he's not your type. Like, he's not part of this picture. The guy who's moved abroad, that's probably not going to work out. I think best relationships start from friendship anyway, so go for the second guy. But realistically, if you've got 3 guys that you're picking from, you don't like any of them enough.
Yeah.
Period.
No. And if you don't have any kind of itch for any of them,
Yeah.
then there's no need to. Just turn them all down. Like, it's such a gut instinct. I think you know if you want to be with someone or not. Like, you know if somebody asks you on a date, if you go, ooh, you know.
Yeah, and can I just say, on like not ruining friendships, I have a lot of guy friends, and me and my best friend, he's still my best friend to this day, kissed once when we were 18, and it was horrific, and we were like, we're never doing that again.
Yeah.
That was weird.
It does happen though sometimes.
But like, if you're good enough friends, is what I'm saying, then it
Yeah.
won't ruin a friendship. Maybe it would ruin it if like you slept with them. I don't know, that dynamic. But like a kiss,
you know,
it's a kiss.
You should be close enough. Like I grew up in a friendship group of pretty much entirely boys. Like my school friendship group, my hometown friendship group, all boys.
I think that's why we get on.
Yeah.
It's because we mostly have like guy mates.
Which is so like, it's being a quote unquote guy's girl is the fucking worst, because you say that and everyone's like,
oh, it
right,
sounds so
that's
pick me.
I'm sorry, my nose is running so bad. All I can do is sit here and put this up my nose, okay? So I'm gonna do it. I don't even care, okay? We're getting comfortable here fast. There was one guy in my friendship group who every year would go, I think I'm in love with you. And I'd be like, he'd have a girlfriend. He always had a girlfriend.
Oh.
And he'd be like, but he had like always had long distance relationships that were in different countries.
Do better.
And I'd go, no, you don't. You just miss your girlfriend. Go call her and then come back to me. And he'd call her and he'd come back and he'd be like, I'm really sorry, I just spent a lot of time with you and I don't get it twisted. But I feel like none of the guys that I'm friends with would ever like ask me on a date or fancy me. There's like this age old thing of guys and girls can't be just friends. Yes, they can.
Yeah, I do think though with myself and I, sometimes I misread situations.
Yeah, we're both very friendly people as well, and especially when you're used to growing up with a friendship group of guys, that your level of what you're comfortable with doing with a guy is a lot higher.
Yeah,
like I can like hug people, I can watch movies with just one of them.
Yeah,
and do
yeah.
that and not deep it.
Next
Next one, I can't tell if I hate my friend's boyfriend or if I like them.
just
I'm guessing they mean like them as in.
as in
no,
like
no,
them.
I think they mean like as in they approve.
Oh,
I feel like honestly, if I was with somebody and my friends didn't like them, it would be a red flag for me. Big time.
let me tell you about this time I was dating someone. Took him to meet the girls, like my core girl group. Somehow we got onto the subject of like numbers in terms of like how many people you slept with. And he went, bear in mind this guy was like 28 at the time, this was maybe like a year and a half ago, so I would have been like 22, and he was like, I think it's disgusting if a girl has slept with over three guys. They're obviously not wifey material. And my mates roasted him. It was so fucking awkward because I was just sat there whilst he was talking. He couldn't read the room to be like, shut up. All the girls were being like, okay. And then he went home and I ghosted him, which is probably bad on my behalf. But I was like,
for the best.
how are you coming with those opinions? Like, that's wild.
How are you so loud and yet so incorrect? I feel like if I introduced my friends to a guy and they didn't like him, it would genuinely be like, I don't think I could be with them. One of my biggest things was like, after my relationship ended, the amount of people that were like, did not like him. I was like,
yeah, right. And like, it hits home when your mum and dad say it. I'm like, could you not have told me that like 6 months ago?
My brother's girlfriend, well now fiance, was literally like, he was weird. I knew he was weird. I got a weird vibe. I was like, no one thought to tell me this.
Yeah.
All my close friends were like, nah, yeah, we saw too much stuff we didn't like. That motherfucker behind the camera was like, yeah, I knew. He was like, knew it was destined to fail.
Tough love is the best love. Like I've said to some of my girls, I've been like, I like all my girls' boyfriends, but I'm like, I don't think he's right for you.
Let me make my own mistakes. Like, I will happily, like, I'd rather people told me, but like at the end of the day, I feel like also people do need to make their own mistakes. And if somebody had said to me whilst I was in a relationship, I don't think he's like a good person or whatever they would say, I probably would have been like, no, like I believe otherwise, that's why I'm with him. And I would have like,
but I guess that's why people don't say it, because they don't want to upset you.
That's what my friends were. They were like, it wasn't our place to say anything because we didn't know him well enough. But sometimes you just have to let people throw themselves off the bridge and get back up again. You know what I mean? How should I tell my friend of 4 years I like him? Don't. No, it's like we said earlier though, if you've been friends for that long and your friendship is that strong, it should be able to withstand you saying that. I think with these situations, you just have to do it. Like, there's no how or should. You just have to sit them down and be like, hey, I think I like you. And
then if you get rejected,
just
you're gonna have to take that on the chin.
Yeah. Like, you know, there's no what's the saying? There's no gain without. You can't have a rainbow without a little rain. Like, you know, if you're gonna say, for the example, the situation ends with you guys end up together, you still had to have the risk of it, you not ending up together, to end up together.
Yeah.
So, you know, and if you take the risk and it doesn't work out, you should be good enough friends to be able to communicate and get through it and like let the feelings fade. You know, like should be easy. I've liked a guy for a long time. Everyone thought we'd end up together, but nothing really happened, though we both made moves. Now I met this other guy and he's lovely too, but I feel like I can't do anything until I close things off or something with the other guy. I don't know. Just feels like I'm doing something I shouldn't if I go in a date with someone else.
So she's with the other guy but doesn't like him.
So I think the first guy and her have said that they like each other, but now
Mm.
she's met a second, but nothing happened. So now she's met a second guy that she likes, but she wants to like anything. You just have to have that conversation.
Yeah,
You
and
have to have that
also
conversation
I always say if there's two guys in the picture, you wouldn't
about
go for the second guy if you like the first guy first. If you like the first guy, enough.
We're so philosophical today. But also, like, oh my God, I swear to God, 95% of all relationship issues can be solved with just communicating.
Yeah,
just have a
talk.
conversation. Have a freaking conversation. And the other 5% could be solved by dumping them. So it really is that easy. Like, have the conversation and be like, hey, sorry, I am still wiping up my nose. Just be like, hey, I really liked you, but nothing's really happening. I've met this new person. Like, what's the deal? You just have to be blunt. Like,
And don't wait around for
life's
someone.
too short. Life's far too freaking short, man.
You're missing the main reason of why girls don't do that, though. Even guys.
Oh, Charlie.
Just saying off camera.
What?
As in, like, if you say, like...
Okay, Charlie said that I need to be more honest with guys when they're like, I like you. Because I'm always like, delay, because I don't want to let anyone down. Don't want to break any hearts.
You have to. You just have to, because otherwise you're wasting their time and your own time.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Yeah. Especially if you know, because you know how we said earlier, you know when someone tells you that you like them, that they like you. You know when they say it. Because your heart will go like, ooh.
Yeah, if you don't like them in
Yeah.
that way.
Or you'll be like, oh, or you can be caught off guard and need some time to process it. But you do have to just nip it in the bud, because otherwise, yeah, you're wasting their time. You're not doing yourself any favors. The anxiety as well of waiting to give someone an answer, of like being like, oh, how do I say this, that, and the other, is the worst as well. So you're not doing anyone any favors. You need to save your own time. And also you don't want to get like people who will take that badly and be like, oh my God, she's so toxic.
Yeah.
Because some people get like that. There are some people, guys and girls, and the they thems. People can take rejection badly. Yeah. And you don't want to like give them any wiggle room to be like, oh, you're so toxic.
Reject me, I'm crying for a week max.
I've never told someone that I like. I've just never.
it.
I don't know. I'm not.
I've never told anyone that I like them.
I've never confessed to
Actually,
someone.
no.
I've never like. Nope.
I would be scared to do that. Fuck that.
Yeah, no. Actually, screw that. That's why I have a history of being in relationships with people who tell me that they like me first, which means sometimes I'm with people that I don't actually like. They just liked me first, and I'm like, oh.
Yeah, you just settle. I just feel like there's me being like, I'll get over it in a week. I feel like rejection would really fucking humble me, and I don't want it.
No, I want to live in my girly pop. I'm the hottest girl in here.
So let me just love you from afar, and you'll never know.
I'm gonna long for you. Oh my God, this one is nuts. I've tried with this girl 4 times now. I know it seems pathetic for a 5th time, but I don't know. What do you think I should do?
Stop.
Give up. Open up Hinge. Or Valorant, whichever is your dating app of choice. No, like if you tried 4 or 5 times and it's still like,
Yeah.
it should only ever be max, absolute max, maybe 3, but twice. If you try once, well, it should be once, but like if you try once, then you're like, oh, am I sure? And then they shoot you down a 2nd time, then you really, really know.
Fool me 1 time, shame on you. Fool me twice, can't put the blame on you. Fool me 3 times.
Oh, boss. But yeah, just give up.
Yeah,
In the
give
nicest
up.
way. Just stop. It sucks. And it
No,
hurts,
not
but
even
you
in a
have
nice
to.
way. Have some fucking respect for yourself. If you try 5 times, stop.
This is another one as well. How do I stop falling in love so easily? I meet someone new, and within a few minutes or hours of talking to them, I start imagining myself in a relationship with them and going on dates. Just means I start rushing things too quickly, and I end up head over heels in love. How do I stop doing that?
I don't think you're in love. You're just
Be
romanticizing
realistic.
the situation.
Be so realistic. Yeah.
Like you're not in love.
Infatuation.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you just need to be just so realistic. I think it's nice to a degree to have like a romanticized view of life, and to be like, I'm a very hopeless romantic. And I love looking in it that way and being like, oh, I can do this. And I love being romantic, and the idea of love. Like, the way I always look at it is, I believe in love because of the way I love.
Yeah.
And because I'm such a good girlfriend, if I can say so, I feel like I'm a good girlfriend, that I believe in that.
Yeah. Cute.
Because I'm an example of that.
Yeah.
You know? So it's nice to have that, but you do also need to be realistic, because the only person that's going to get hurt at the end of a situation like that is you. If you're like manage your expectations.
For sure.
Second to last one. I recently ended my relationship because he's not over his ex yet and would not accept it. So he got mad at me as expected. The thing is, he's been making up stuff about me and is secretly texting me saying that we should get back together. I don't want him anymore, but I still care about him. And I don't know if I should just tell him to shut up and leave me alone or give him the opportunity to do shit right. I wouldn't go back to him. I'm just saying it so that things don't get worse. Then why would you? No, just cut them off.
Yeah, cut them off.
Cut them off.
You already have the answer to that.
Yeah, you knew the answer, especially if they're going around. If people are going around, let me say this.
Not the snotty tissue.
Let me say this. Snotty tissue. Put that somewhere else then. Sorry. Well, unpack that in a second. If people are going around and they're saying stuff about you behind your back that is an outright lie, that is a projection. They're doing that for a reason, and they are doing that because they know that you're the better one of the two, and they need to bring you down to their level.
Yeah.
Oh god, because there has never been a situation where I felt a need to lie or chat shit about someone behind their back.
Do you know what's crazy is when people lie about sleeping with people? Some guy
Oh, I feel so passionately about it.
Some guy in my little home ass town been telling people that we slept together. I've never slept with him. You are the same age as me. What kind of high school shit is this?
I had the same. Remember I told you the story? There's a guy who was going around being like, he wasn't saying no. Like people were asking him if he'd slept with me, and he was like, oh, guys, no.
Yeah. And I had his girlfriend at the time of when we supposedly slept together fucking messaging me, and I was like, what is going on?
But in regards to this, no. If he's making up stuff about you, that is so toxic. First of all, you don't want that. And if he's saying stuff about you, then you're already winning. Like you are in his head rent free.
Yeah, I was literally just about to say that.
Rent free. I had literally a very similar thing happen to me, and takes you a long time to realize that like if someone's going around saying stuff about you and lying, that's not your problem. That is them.
Yeah.
But just
on.
And also humble him. Don't give him the like niceness of being like, yeah, sure, and then ghosting. Tell him he's a piece of shit.
And that's on honesty.
And that, like, honestly, you told me that I would say that 3 years ago, no, I had no backbone. Nowadays,
We've been building it. Can you build a backbone in a gym?
Last one. Okay. Been chatting with this guy for like 7 months now, and I've been consistently hooking up for the past month. He's super sweet and funny, but a bit lost in the relationship department. I'm okay with keeping things casual, but I also like the perks of actually being his girlfriend. How should I approach the what are we chat conversation with him? He's pretty closed off when it comes to talking about his feelings or sharing anything personal. We have a victim of the situationship.
Yeah, I don't know how you... Oh, hello. I don't know how you do that. Because my situationship didn't end well.
I think it loops back to you just have to end everything. Like you have to like be communicative.
That's a big word. Yeah, talk it out.
I think it's also about respecting. I'm not saying that you're disrespecting yourself, but like having the respect for yourself to be like, I deserve better. I'm not going to settle.
Yeah, or waste
your time. It is like, why would you waste your time on a toad if you could waste your time with a prince? You'd still be wasting your time because it's still a man. True. At the end of the day, but
then I feel like if you enjoy that person's company, are you wasting time?
But then if you need to manage your expectations in that sense, then
yeah, for sure.
And you need to be so real and not be like you don't want to go into the delusion phase where you're like, no,
that's the fucking worst.
Be like, but we could, like, there's a chance we could be back together. Like, we're still sleeping together, but they could like me back. No, you have to.
Yeah, and if you're in that phase,
then you're in the danger zone.
Yeah, you're in the danger zone.
But I think just talk to them. And then if you feel like you really can't do it, if it's not going to turn to a relationship, then respect yourself enough to let it go. But then if not...
Every answer to all these questions has been talk. Or dump him.
Look, dump him now. Well, we've yapped on today.
Yappa.
I love how we filmed our first episode and our second episode today. The first one was like just under an hour. And this one, I think we've gone for like an hour and a half.
Woo!
So I don't know how much of it we'll keep in though, because we were talking some shite about
Shanice.
people.
Your mouth is moving a lot like a rat.
But I hope everyone had a good Valentine's Day. Hopefully when this comes out,
it's Valentine's
when
Day.
this comes out, I'm going to be drinking.
I thought you were going to be like, I'm going to be older.
I'll be a solid 9 days older. 10 days older than I was when we filmed this. But yeah, future me, I hope you're having a good Valentine's Day. Future me, I hope you're having a nice Valentine's Day.
Future us. Hello, I got a text. Love Island.
Got text.
Future us. What did we do on Valentine's Day? We're going to answer that in the next pod.
Oh, for sure. Oh my God, yeah. Can't wait to come back to this in a week. But yeah, thank you guys so much for listening. Let us know in the comments. Let us know, how are you spending your Valentine's Day? I'm curious. I want to know. I want to believe in love a little bit still. So, because like love isn't real, but I'd like to believe otherwise.
Love isn't real. Wait, cut back to the part where Lexie said, I know love is real because if it's how I love, then...
Well, all my experiences so far have proven otherwise, okay? So, hope you enjoyed. Let us know what you're doing for Valentine's Day. If you're on YouTube, subscribe. If you are watching, follow us on any socials. Give us 5 stars and a review if you're listening on any streaming services. Yeah, any last words, Amy? Go crazy.
My last words is... No, I'm going to leave you with some food for thought.
Oh, I love that. I'm hungry.
Do you love him? Or are you just lonely?
I'm going to add to that. Do you love him? Or is he just 6'5"?
Do you love him? Or does he just pay for the bill?
Do you love him? Or does he just have mummy issues and you feel like you can fix him?
Do you love him? Or does he just have a mullet?
Oh, that's so based and true. That's so based and true. Do you love him? Or does he just look like the rat from Flushed Away?
Do you love him? Or is he just tall, dark and handsome?
Do you love him? Or does he just do not the bare minimum?
Do you love him? Or do you love his dog?
Do you love him? Or do you just love his mates?
Do you love him? Or will he give you a lift when you need one?
Do you love him? Or do you just like that somebody will reply to your text every now and then on and off again across a span of like a year?
Do you love him? Or does he just dress a bit quirky?
Do you love him? Or do you just really want to go back to therapy?
Do you love him? Or is he just a rebound?
Do you love him? Or I think I got that one out. And on that bombshell.
Oh, no, let me hit you with that hard sell. Do you love him? Or does he just give you forehead kisses? That's so mean if you do that, by the way. On that note.
Good night. Good night, good morning. God
Fades
bless.
to black.
Heart.
Oh.
For Valentine's Day.
Does this look any good?
No, it's tragic.
Much like... To be fair, that would make sense for us.
That's a broken heart.
It's a...
Yeah.
Oh!
Goodbye.
Bye!